So all these three techniques of cryptography are very much popular into industry these days, and many industries are using these techniques to secure their application and data, right? Now, we have talked about encryption, decryption. How do we do that? Like using key certificate and PKI infrastructure, right? Similarly, we have a signing and verification. So, signing and verification is like encryption and decryption, but they are different. For example, in the example, what I explained here, you are actually hiding the information what you're sharing, right? But suppose there is a case there you don't want to hide the message, you can allow that, okay, any people can read my message, but they shouldn't tamper this data, right? Then you will do the signing and verification. Okay. Similarly, we have a different algorithm, for example, RSA, AES, DS, right? So all these algorithms, we can talk in details. What is about these algorithms? Why they are important? Why we need different algorithms to do that, right? And how the mathematics is involved to creating these algorithms. So all these details are involved into this encryption algorithms, right? So there is a lot of things how people have created this practice, how we are generating the keys, because the keys are very key, are very the keys are the very important things in field of encryption and decryption, right? So if you lose the keys, you lose everything, right? So all this kind of study we have to do into this cryptography, encryption, decryption field, right? Then we have a TLS, SSL, for example, transport level security. So what we talked about here, we are actually securing the data, right? But we have to also think about securing the network, which network you are sharing us. So you have some information, do you share on your WhatsApp? No, because you know that WhatsApp is somehow not secure. They claim, okay, they are protecting the data, but they might be, hacked by anyone. So if you have some very confidential information, you ideally physically go there and hand over to them, or use some other channel to share the information to them. So that transport label, like a network label, is also very important, right? Then definitely we will talk about cyber attacks also in the course. There are a lot of cyber attacks like DOS, denial of service, ransomware, phishing, etc., right? So I think I have covered a very fundamental of cryptography, cybersecurity. It was a very extremely simple explanation of cryptography, what we are doing in cryptography. And I'd like to share you a small demo that how a cryptography work, right? So now you know what is a plain text, what is the key, and what is the cipher text. So just a simple demo I'll show you, right? So you can use any programming language to secure that. Many industries are using n number of programming languages like Python, Java, C, anything, right? So they have all open source of library. Even in mainframe you can use it, right? They have all the keys into the server. So it totally up to the industry standard that what programming languages they want to use. Here for demo purpose I will show you the Python language, right? So Python is known for their compatibility of the library packages, right? So for example, if you're aware with the Python, it's a very simple piece of code where I have simply imported the cryptography package that is called Fernet, right? Cryptography.fernet. And from that particular cryptography package, first we are generating the key. As I explained you, first we have to generate the key because this key is used to do the encryption and decryption, right? So this particular key is generated by the function fernet.generate key. And then simply we are printing the key just for the demo purpose, right? And then we have to create a cipher suit. So you know what is the cipher text, right? So for that cipher text we have to create a cipher suit which will actually use this key. So definitely a cipher text is created by a key, right? Now you have to give your message. So this information is nothing but a message. So suppose here we have written a message that welcome to cryptography, right? Now you have to make sure that this information is encrypted. How will you encrypt? Then you have to create a cipher text, which is nothing but a cipher suit dot encrypt function, and as an argument you have to pass your information. That's it. right? And your encryption is done. So as you see, when I'm running it, this particular text is your message. So when the message will be transmitted on the network, it will not go as a welcome to cryptography. It will go as this particular text, that is GAABG, which makes no sense to anyone, right? No one can read what is this. When this will reach to your destination, at the destination, your person will have the same key. From that key, they have to use the function decrypt. And then as a parameter, they have to give the cipher text received at here, right? So when you will run this, see, the plain text is what? Welcome to cryptography. So for example, if I'll suppose change it, I'm using Python language to, show the demo, how this works, right? So you can see this particular piece of code, right? So in Python language, as we know that we have to just import the library because it is very much compatible with the libraries, right? So in Python, a cryptography language is there that you have to import. There are other libraries too that you can import to do the cryptography, right? So when you import this cryptography library, you have to just generate a key, right? So this is the way how you generate a key. That is the fernet.generate key, right? And then you have to create a cipher suit. So this is a way of doing encryption. Cipher text is nothing but an encrypted text, right? So when you create a cipher suit, you have to make sure that you have to pass the key what you have generated in the previous step, right? Once you have created a cipher suit, then you have to give your message. So this information is nothing but a message. In the slides, what we said that hello, but suppose in that case, we want to just say that welcome to encryption, right? Once you have cipher suit ready, you have message ready, you have to create what? Cipher text. That is nothing but a cipher suit and dot encrypt function, and in argument you have to pass information, right? So you have a key, you have a cipher suit, you have information, and then you have created your cipher text. So when you will run this program, see, your key is this one and your message is this one. So this particular message will be transmitted to the network. Your message is welcome to encryption will not be transmitted directly to the network. This will be in this format. So this is unreadable format. Even anyone can see this data. They will not understand anything, what you want to share the information, right? When this message will be reaching to the intended recipient, what they will do? Their job is to do decryption, right? So when they will try to decrypt, they have to do nothing. Just they have to take this particular text that is called a cipher text, use the same cipher suit which is created by the key generated here, and use the function decrypt. So see, I'm running it here, and your plain text is welcome to encryption. So now the intended recipient using this key can read what is the message. I'm just changing the message. So welcome to encryption, and we have it at 6. So this particular piece of information you want to share it, right? Just run it one more time. A different cipher text is created here, right? Now coming to decryption, run it again and see your information is here. So you can see how we are encrypting, making it is a unreadable format, that is a cipher text that no one can read, and then again using the key we are decrypting, and now this is readable to everyone, right? So this is a very simple way of doing encryption and decryption. I hope I'm clear. You can do a lot of things, right? uh, as I told you, how we generate the key, how we share the key, that is again a lot of study there, right? So that we will talk in detail during the course, right? So this key can be generated in another secure manner. You can generate at once and then use the same key every time. You don't need to generate every time when you run the program, right? So all these techniques are there, right? Okay, so I'm going back to our slide. Fine. So now We talked about cybersecurity. We talked about what is cryptography, basic fundamentals of cryptography, and we have seen a programming demo also that how can we do this cryptography, right? So quickly we go on what is the use of these things. So a simple, in simple word, I say that we have a lot of incidents which is reported for the cyber attacks. So some of the famous cyber attacks in the history are, like TJX data heist. That was a kind of supermarket cyber attack. So when you go to the supermarket, you can do a payment using the credit card, and your credit card being recorded and the payment is done, right? So in that supermarket, this was not actually completely encrypted, right? And hence what happened, a lot of credit card, that is almost 45 million credit card details, was stolen, right? So these details were used by hackers to do a ransomware, right? Then bank had to do a lot of investigation for that, right? So this was a very good example of a weak encryption decryption. So it was not encrypted format, and it was transmitted to the bank channel on the unencrypted format or a weak encryption, and then hacker got the credit card details. And if your credit card details got stolen, then people can use of that, right? So you can read more about this cyber crime. Actually, it's a very interesting story. But we have a lot of other cyber attacks also. For example, NASA server, the data of NASA server was stolen by a very young guy, and eventually it was discovered, right? So all these things are there. Melissa software, a lot of things are there that you can find it into the newspaper, that many fraud is happening because of these cyber attacks, right? Fine. So where are we on the with cryptography? So cryptography is not any new concept. Basically, it was a very, very old techniques, and you can see it was not using from past 50 or 60 years, but from the ancient times. But definitely it was a very channelized way from the World War times, right? For example, First World War, Second World War, right? So definitely it has a very old history, and it was used by military, then it was used by banking industry. Now since everything is being digitalized, like medical, finance, education, right? Your identity database, so everywhere this is being implemented. So wherever a network is involved, a cyber security is involved, right? So this is the way we are actually going, right? This is the current scenario of cybersecurity, but where are we going, right? What is happening into this field, right? So I would say that it was not only about the securing the data, right? It was about the securing the society, right? Because your entire details are on the network. So there are a lot of evaluation is happening into this field. For example, we are using a lot of new programming languages which has the very powerful capacity to using cryptography. The key generation, as I told you, the key is very crucial field into cryptography, right? So we are working on the latest technology to generate a very strong keys, right? Now you have heard about the quantum computing, right? So quantum computing will give you the power to break any algorithms. So our existing algorithms like RSA, DS will be very vulnerable, right? So we have to work on that. Okay, what will be the new algorithms? So cybersecurity is not the field that you can say that, okay, my security is perfect. You cannot say that, because each and every day a new hacker, a new technology is coming, and they are trying to break your security, they are trying to breach your network, right? So you have to keep up updated. Okay, if this is the technology, then we have to adopt it. Okay, if this was the algorithm, then we have to upgrade it. So we have to keep this doing that. So earlier there was a 256 bit of keys, now we have to go on 356 bit keys and further on, right? So that's why this field is a very, very dynamic field. We cannot really stand at one place when we are working on the cyber security. We have to keep us moving. That's the only way that we can protect our data from the hackers. So that's the very important aspect of cybersecurity, right? Okay, so I think during the course we have talked a lot about cryptography and application also, like banking, finance sector. You have heard about cryptocurrency, then healthcare, research center, NASA, ISRO. Everyone is using now cyber security for that. So without security, their data cannot really be safe. So definitely, it's a very very crucial field where we have to work to secure them, right? So these were some application what we have to do, right? But now we have talked about the cryptography fundamentals. We have talked about application, right? The evolution. What next? Where we are going next? What is all points behind learning all these things about cybersecurity, cryptography, and all application, right? So there are many career paths basically that you are doing that. So this is really in high demand, right? I think today almost 3.5 billion people are online, and trust me, all of them are in the need of cybersecurity, right? So this is one field that has never seen the recession, right? So definitely there is a lot of career path, career opportunities in the cybersecurity. You can also explore the world here. So I have just given example of some a very popular opportunities of cybersecurity here. For example, cryptanalyst, cryptographer, or IT security architect, ethical or white hacker. So hacker is not always bad, right? Hacker is good also. So some industry, actually many industries are hiring hackers to find the vulnerabilities into their own application. So before any other hacker can find any issues into their system, you just find them and tell them this is your issues and let's fix it, right? So they are called the ethical or white hacker, right? So there are many things. Security editor, data security analyst. So data security is not only about now we have AI ML, right? So now we are using AI ML algorithms to into security, because ML algorithms also learn from the data, and they can tell us that okay, it can be a phishing attack, it can be a ransomware. So they are really helping us in terms of detecting threat and fixing any issues in the cybersecurity, right? Okay, so we talked about this career opportunities, right? So as I told you that this is really very very dynamic field, and we are really moving towards very aggressive digital world. And after this whole stuff last year after COVID-19, I think the network uses become a very very last thing, right? So just imagine that how much we are in the need of cybersecurity. So the more digitalization, more cybersecurity is required. More quantum computing, more advanced computing will be there, more cybersecurity is required. So that thing we have to understand, and we have to keep going into these directions, right? So this was actually a very very simple and brief about cybersecurity and cryptography, where we are actually currently there, what we are going to do, right? And where we are heading. This was a very brief discussion. Of course, it's a very big ocean, and there are a lot of things to learn here. Lot of mathematics, programming tools are involved here. It's a very big topic, but today at least we started the introduction, and I hope all of you got at least some essence of the cryptography and cybersecurity and what is happening in our current IT industry.